Good morning, everybody. Myself, Mr. B. N. Ghadai, a retired senior PGT from Delhi Public School, Damanjodi. After my retirement, my next goal is to share among a large number of students what I have gained in terms of experience over the last 25 to 30 years. And in these videos, I have made an attempt to simplify the concepts of economics, both micro and macro, so that the students of all categories can understand it without any difficulty. Today, I have made an attempt and have taken up the topic consumer equilibrium to make it simple, understandable to the students. I have taken up the topic consumer equilibrium. And to explain this concept of consumer equilibrium, three questions are there before us. One is we must know what is equilibrium. Second, what is consumer equilibrium? Third, how can a consumer attain this equilibrium? And so far as equilibrium is concerned, it is a point of rest. Point of why it is a point of rest means point of no change. Why you say point of rest or no change? Because after reaching that, no one wants to deviate. No one wants to have to less than that. For example, say a businessman is aiming to get profit, and once he gets maximum profit, he will never like to deviate from there and get a situation where he will get profit less than that. So he will always try to have that profit. That is the maximum he's getting. So that is a point of rest. And for a consumer, this is maximum satisfaction. If a consumer gets maximum satisfaction, and every time you like to have satisfaction at that level only, that's why it is a point of rest for him. And coming to the question, how the consumer can reach this point of maximum satisfaction or equilibrium, there are two approaches to it. One is the cardinal utility approach, another is the ordinal utility approach. The simple difference between the two is when the cardinal utility approach, that is the classical concept, and in this approach they have tried to express utility in terms of cardinal numbers, mathematical numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 30. These are the numbers which are used to measure utility. But the modern economists, they were not in favor of this cardinal measurement of utility, and they said utility being a psychological concept, a state of mind, can never be accurately expressed in terms of mathematical numbers. They said that at best, if we present the consumer with two combinations of two goods, then at least at best the consumer can compare whether he's getting equal satisfaction or one combination is giving him more satisfaction than the other. So he has two options. Either he will rank the combinations, or he can say he is indifferent among the combinations. If the combinations give him equal satisfaction, then he can say he is indifferent among the combinations. So that will be the next video. So now we'll explain how the consumer can attain this point of equilibrium if he is buying one commodity. Because in utility analysis, we have two explanations. One explanation how a consumer attains equilibrium when he is buying one commodity, and then consumer equilibrium, explanation of consumer equilibrium when he is buying two commodities or even more than two. First is consumer equilibrium with one commodity. All of us know there is a law which is based on our common experience. It is everybody's common experience. That is the law of diminishing marginal utility. And that law expresses that as we go on having more and more of a commodity, the marginal utility of that commodity goes on diminishing. That means our attraction or the marginal significance of the commodity goes on diminishing. That is the law of diminishing marginal. Everywhere it is available. Even in case of money also it is applicable. Everywhere applicable. That is the margin. But here the concept is, on one side, the consumer wants maximum satisfaction, because the aim of a rational consumer is to get maximum satisfaction. So on one side, the consumer's aim is to get maximum satisfaction. On the other side, he's facing the dilemma that as per the law, every additional unit he's buying, the marginal utility goes on diminishing. But the every additional utility is buying is paying same price. So that is the problem he's facing. On one side, he's paying same price for every unit he's buying, and other side that from every extra unit he's buying, he's getting less satisfaction. So under such contradictory condition, how can the consumer attain maximum satisfaction? How can the consumer get maximum satisfaction and attain equilibrium? Then the law says that in this situation also, if the consumer purchases that quantity, amount of the commodity where the marginal utility of the commodity expressed in terms of money is equal to the price paid. If you buy that amount of the commodity at which the marginal utility of the commodity expressed in terms of money is equal to the price paid. And here I am stressing one thing, that expressed in terms of money. Why I am telling this? Because the utility of a commodity is measured in terms of utils, but the price is paid in terms of money. So how can you compare two different units? That's why you have to convert into common unit. So now what we have to then do, then the marginal utility of the commodity should be converted from utils to money. And how can you convert this? Now if you divide the marginal utility of the commodity by the marginal utility of money or rupee, then the utility is converted into rupee form. Now the comparison will be easy. So that means the equation will be consumer's equilibrium that marginal utility of X by marginal utility of M is equal to price of X. Here marginal utility of X means it is the marginal utility of the commodity X. Marginal utility of M is marginal utility of money, and Px is price of X. By substitution, we can express that marginal utility of X by price of X is equal to marginal utility of M. Okay, so this is the final equation of consumer's equilibrium when he is buying one commodity. This is how the consumer will attain the equilibrium. So in the meantime, suppose the price of commodity X falls. The price of X falls, price of commodity X falls, then what will happen? Then marginal utility of X by Px will be greater than marginal utility of M. And the consumer is not in equilibrium. But the rational consumer wants equilibrium. And once again, to restore this equilibrium, he has to buy more of X. He has to buy more of commodity X. And if he purchases more of commodity X, the marginal utility of X will fall. And now again, this will be equal. Again, there will be marginal utility of X by Px is equal to marginal utility of M re-established, and the consumer is equal. So this is about the consumer's equilibrium when he is buying one commodity. Thank you very much.